So we're going to start by talking about some Hollywood exes who are getting along for once. Wow. And one couple might even be getting back together. So Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde were recently spotted hugging, which sparked rumors of a reconciliation. According to some tabloids, they settled their custody battle and are both very single ever since Olivia split from Harry Styles. But they are focusing on being friends right now. Then, of course, we got Gwyneth Paltrow. She shared this selfie with her ex-husband, Chris Martin, with wishing a happy birthday to the sweetest father and friend, adding, quote, "We love you." And nearly a year after announcing her divorce, comedian Ali Wong says she is, quote unquote, best friends with her ex. Ali told The Hollywood Reporter she had a very unconventional divorce, but they are still close. She even plans to take her ex and their two daughters on the road with her for her next stand-up tour, where she plans to tell jokes about her dating life. You and your ex, you've said on the show, have a really amicable relationship. What is the secret?
I would argue beyond amicable.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my ex-wife like I love nobody else. She really saw me through some tough times, and like she had to do what she had to do, but you know, she didn't destroy me in the process, and she allowed me to fix myself and be the man that I'm sure she hoped that I would be, and I hope I've achieved that.
Wow.
And I think it shows a lot of maturity. Like it's weird when somebody thinks it's cool, Erica, to be like, oh, I don't talk to any of my exes, or I think it's like a normal adult. You don't expect every relationship to work out, but you should still have some semblance of a friendship afterwards. And that's what I see with Jason and his soon-to-be boo again.
You think?
Yeah, I think that's
happening again. I don't know if that's going to happen. I will say, first of all, that was beautiful, what you said about you and your ex-wife. And also, I think there's a component that is kind of the common factor in those three stories and yours as well. There are children involved.
Good point.
And there is another reason to be amicable. I think that you can have an amicable split. I have had an amicable split. But I think that a lot of times it is rare because sometimes you're talking about the demise of your relationship also means the demise of your financial security, you know, the demise of your trust in other humans, the demise of a lot of other things. And that's the reason why people, you know, do feel so upset about situations with their exes. But if you can find a way to come together, if you have children, I'm not friends with any of my exes. Not that I don't wish them well and like have great feelings about them when I think about them as human beings, but there's no need for that communication.
Right, because there's no children, like you said earlier.
Right.
Or what if they did something really terribly wrong to you? Can you get over that? Should you get over that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's healthy to be like, listen, we are toxic with each other. It's better we just go our own ways. But like you both said, if there's kids involved, you got to work that toxicity out somehow for
it's not about
the kids. Exactly right. Exactly right.
I lived with my ex for a full year and dated other people, and he lived in the other bedroom, and we were fine with it. And I think it's because we loved each other. I loved him, he loved me, and we had the same values. None of that goes away, the best friendship. So I was lucky, though. Nothing happened drastically, but I enjoyed, and I started dating my husband while I was living, and they were all friends.
That's mature.
Yeah,
I like
pretty
it.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so we do have a couple of stories.
Seems a little Three's Company.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
They were buddies.
We do have a couple of stories of performers who didn't like it when their fans had their phones out. First, in this TikTok video, Chris Brown was singing while a fan was sitting in a chair on stage. She has her phone out the whole time. So Chris takes her phone, throws it into the crowd, but some comments suggested the whole scene might have been staged. Then, in a video obtained by TMZ, Travis Scott grabs the phone of a fan filming him, tosses it. The man told TMZ the phone hit him in the head, cracked the screen. Now he plans to file a police report and civil lawsuit against Travis. What do we think about this? What do you think, Tori?
I think, look, you can't throw someone's phone. I'm disclaiming with that. That's bad. You're going to hit someone, you're going to break the phone, you're going to get sued. But I can't imagine this all the time in your face when you're a star, right?
I can't imagine you just did that.
That's not going to be a gif.
Not only that, but he was doing something with a live performance, and he brought her up on stage, and for her to bring the phone out to record it, he's probably like, yo, like, this is a moment that, I mean, this is art. This is something that's happening in the moment. Now,
heart. Do you know what he's about to probably do
Yeah,
to
but
her?
it's music, and she should have been in the moment, is what he's thinking. I think Chris Brown should be extra careful about how he handles people's personal belongings. But I certainly think they shouldn't throw the phone. But do I get this? Like, I get it.
She wasn't even doing anything. She just had her phone out.
But she was trying to record something that was supposed to be very special. He brought her out of the crowd.
Very special.
Yeah.
He was about to give her a lap dance.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
I got excited. No, I'm just saying he was probably annoyed that she's going to record it. It wasn't going to be in live time.
It felt disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't present with him.
That's right. And he had done this special thing.
I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, disconnecting. I think the younger generation, I'm not hating on it, but I think they're very used to just having they're born with this in their hand. So if they go up on stage, you're like, yeah, as opposed to like
enjoying
we
it.
might just keep it in our pockets. And also, it's like $1,000. You know what I mean? He might not care. You're just throwing people's phones. That's $1,000.
That's what Bad Bunny did. He threw that
That's
person.
crazy.
Right. But again, that person that you and I kind of fight about was kind of in his face.
How did he do it?
Personal space. I mean, that's a thing, you know?
But throwing somebody's phone is not how you handle person.
Agree.
No.
Agree.
Use
with
your
you.
words.
I agree with you.
Okay. All right. So Matthew McConaughey and his wife Camilla were on the Lufthansa flight that hit extreme turbulence earlier this week. In an Instagram post, Camilla, is it Camilla?
Camilla.
I can never get that right. Camilla said the plane dropped almost 4,000 feet. Can you imagine? After it hit what's known as clear air turbulence, but CBS News says the plane only dipped 200 feet. Now, Camilla shared a video of the aftermath. Bread was all over the cabin because the crew was in the middle of serving meals. 7 people were injured and taken to the hospital. Oof, worst nightmare. Jeff, you get
Me too. Yeah.
sweaty
My
palms.
hands are like sweating right now thinking
too.
about that. I don't know
Really?
what it is. Like when I get on a plane, I'm very uncomfortable. I think it's a control thing. Like if I could be with the pilot and be like, what was that? What happened? What was that? I think I'd be a lot better. I used to listen to the air traffic control.
Really?
American Airlines used to have it, and it kind of put me at ease because I'd be like, what's that? And they're like, all right, we're taking it down 5,000 feet or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, that's why it's doing that.
Very
But I don't know
smart.
what it is. I don't like turbulence. I get sweaty. I don't like it.
And I know people get really freaked out by turbulence, and I studied a little bit of airflow, and I know you're a pilot or whatever, but it can't hurt. It's not actually hurting the plane. There's nothing again. It's not lightning. Like, it's not going to crash your plane. So I hope that makes people feel better. But when you go down and your stomach drops before you do, on a roller coaster or whatever, even in free fall, that is like an animalistic fear. Like, it's just like, fear. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Al, you also started Airflow 101.
Yeah, I don't. There's a lot going on down here.
I know. What's happening
That's
today?
so scary.
What is in this coffee going on?
She was like, you got to do something big on the show today. Well, real. Gesticulating
Whatever,
like
because I think it's important.
I'm not trying to be a fake tough guy up here. I really kind of secretly love turbulence.
What?
I think it makes me sleep harder.
Dude.
I told you I was on that one flight leaving Cancun. I used to work for Carnival Cruise Lines as a comic, and you fly back to the States. And so that's important because the pilot said something in Spanish, and the woman across the aisle from me started crying. And stuff was coming out of the overhead. I know exactly. I still remember it's flight 306.
And you weren't worried?
That time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The woman that was next to me, she's like a 20-year-old girl. She grabbed my hand and like interlocked my fingers like we were about to get married. Like it was a rough flight, and that's probably the only one. But I never get scared with turbulence. It's like
Except for that one.
relaxing. Yeah. Well, when stuff's coming out of the overhead, you're like, all right.
Well,
I need to call moms.
That's the reason why I know for every airline exactly where Bev cart service starts, which row, and that's where I sit. So I'm the first to get one.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
And then you pay for two.
Every single one.
Erica doesn't need to
Yeah.
pay for 2 because she takes mine.
It's true.
Yes, we do have footage
Yeah.
of that. Maybe we'll play me stealing Sam's drinks.
Yeah,
Stay
as much as
tuned.
she can remember of it.
So I'm really excited about this. We are getting a first look at Disney's new Haunted Mansion movie, which is based on the famous ride. It stars Rosario Dawson, Danny DeVito, and Owen Wilson. But is it too scary for kids? Have a look.
Oh my God.
Is anybody else seeing this?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Be careful. Death lurks around every corner.
Other more powerful entities may come through.
Not on our watch.
Well, what are you gonna do? Seriously.
They're already dead.
You're gonna be deader.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So 20 years ago, Eddie Murphy, of course, starred in the original Haunted Mansion movie. The movie was rated PG, but some parents complained that it should have received a PG-13 rating. Are these too scary for kids? I don't know if I'm going to let Sophie watch it, but I'm going to watch it. Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I'm going to let my kids watch it too, probably. Just because you got to expose them to things, you know. That's just my philosophy in parenting. They're going to hear things, they're going to see things. My youngest loves Halloween and scary movies.
Really?
I don't know what is happening with him.
He's goth. I'm obsessed with him. He's obsessed with Wednesday like I'm
He loves
obsessed with
Wednesday. He just goes around the house like this. If you know the Wednesday dance.
Leighton is an
He wears
inner
Halloween
goth boy.
PJs.
Yep. Really?
And I remember when even
He's
was
Sam.
a little baby, like his first words, he'd be like, "Scary."
Love him.
He loves scary. I don't know. He takes after Jordan.
You need to take him. You gotta take him. I know you're not a Disneyland fan like I am, but you gotta take him to the Haunted Mansion. He would love it. You have
in
to.
Disneyland.
Yeah, that's the best ride. It's
the best.
It's fun. When the floor goes and you're like, oh my God. One time we got stuck and we were just like
Disneyland is like my Turbulence on the ground.
okay. My mom feels
I don't
the
know.
same
I
way.
just don't want. There's too many people and it's easy with your
terrifying.
smile and it's too expensive.
And it's too plasticky for her.
Yeah, I don't
My mom
want it.
doesn't
Get
like
out
it
of here.
either. She doesn't like it either. I don't get it.
We're so dysfunctional, but let's go to Disneyland. Everything will be good.
Oh no, people fight in Disneyland.
Yeah,
There's
I've
an
seen
account
clips.
that follows what people say at Disneyland, and it's hilarious.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Yeah. One mom was like, I'm going back to the hotel. These are your kids now.
That's what I'm thinking.